right at the top of the hour. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. My name is Patricia Lukomwa and Elizabeth Nakakudi is with us already on sign language. Now, straight into the bulletin. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has cautioned saboteurs of Uganda's progress against any attempts to disrupt the country's peace. Museveni cites unscrupulous people tarnishing the country's reputation before foreign missions, warning that unimaginable consequences will be taken against them. The president communicated this at Kololo Independence Grounds, where Ugandans gathered to celebrate his achievements and that of the NRM party.
Kololo ceremonial grounds in Kampala was the press to be on Friday. Ugandans in their thousands gathered to celebrate the achievements and legacy of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Mainly made up of NRM supporters, they converged in big numbers to celebrate 38 years of executive leadership. Museveni, who was the main celebrant, lauded organizers for organizing his achievements towards the country. In his speech, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni said his 38 years in power has focused on security, which has enabled the country to develop.
Especially some of the opposition groups. There are people who think they can disturb Uganda. Ntibagala kutabula Uganda. They go to the embassies. I know which embassies they go to. Go there, drink coffee, eat pancakes and so on, and they are given money by embassies, foreigners. But what was sent? Mbubatabule Uganda. Factories are faced with Mulaba, the Tuzimbie. Amashamba gemulaba tusobola tutya okukkiriza nti wabewo atutabula.
Museveni's remarks did not skip NRM's achievements in social services, including free education, health care, and infrastructure development.
After putting that forward, education for all, immunization for all, security for all, then there was prosperity for all. We have moved well on that. And in order to do that, we must get rid of all the corruption in the educational system.
Focus also continues to be on prosperity for all and wealth creation through industrialization and factory establishment.
Wealth creation. Sagara abazanyi n'abalolezi njagala bonna babeera bazanyi. Wealth creation buli omu alina okwetaba mu kugoba obwavu mu maka ge. So therefore you, the NRM cadres from up country, ensure that people are encouraged to get involved in wealth creation. Now on the African side, because you have seen those factories and the farms, the more we produce, the bigger market we need. The internal market of Uganda is not enough. You need to talk with our East African comrades to consolidate the East African common market.
President Museveni also reiterated his move to fight corruption in the country.
The other day, and I would like the IGG to follow it up, I got a delegation from Kagadi, from the Bunyoro, and they were saying our children are not getting jobs because they don't have money to buy jobs. But we are there, we are here. I am here. I have your support. I have the support of the freedom fighters. The other patriots are there. And the victims, the Wananchi, are there. So the three of us are going to crush the corrupt.
On her part, the First Lady, Janet Kataha Museveni, attributed the NRM and Museveni's success to the grace of God.
As a Minister of Education and Sports of the Republic of Uganda, I know that universal education for both primary and secondary education is one of the ways this government has been striving to strengthen the weakest link among our people, to ensure that ignorance can become a thing of the past. And I know that it has not been able to achieve all the objectives of universal education, but we continue to believe that sooner rather than later, it will achieve those objectives.
Other celebrants lauded President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for ushering in and sustaining peace, as well as other social and economic services.
Our population in subsistence production used to be at 68%, now they are at 39%. We have increased in revenue collection. We used to collect 5 billion shillings, but now we collect 32 trillion shillings.
It has given us enough security. We really are so grateful for our country. We are very proud. We move everywhere we go. We are so happy, in fact.
That by the time you took up arms together with your other 27 comrades, some of whom are here with us today to celebrate you, Uganda was bleeding, was crying and desperate for redemption from the brutal leadership of the time.
The occasion was crowned with cutting of the cake, followed by awarding of gifts to the president. Also in attendance was the Vice President Jessica Arupo, the Prime Minister Robina Nabanja, the former Vice President Edward Kiwanuka Sekandi, ministers, members of parliament, religious leaders, cultural leaders, among other dignitaries. Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
Now, hundreds of Ugandans Friday morning, this very Friday, thronged Kololo Independence Grounds to celebrate the achievement and legacy of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. This follows Museveni's 38-year tenure at the helm of Uganda's leadership since 1986.
Early morning, precisely at 7 a.m. on Friday, the doors at Kololo Independence Grounds are opened. This is aimed at aiding anxiety-filled Ugandans to access the venue for the long-awaited day. They are here to celebrate achievements and legacy of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
These are all the chairpersons, NRM chairpersons, sub-county chairpersons, and the district chairpersons. They are here with me to celebrate the achievements of His Excellency the President.
And in 1997, we achieved district as an independent district from Moyo. We have been created. Then we have a hospital, that is Dragado. We have a permanent road, which is tarmacked. We have health centers, which are grade 3.
Most, if not all, celebrants are clad in the color of the sun, yellow. The tents, pavilion, and unsheltered grounds are all filled to capacity. As they anxiously wait for the arrival of the main celebrant, the gathering is charmed with entertainment from various artists. Songs, poems, and comedy praising President Museveni's achievements towards the country are publicly displayed. Besides music, the grounds are colored with decorations depicting Museveni's achievements. Then comes the long-awaited moment. The arrival of the president is blessed with clouds, gathered to sanctify the day at midday. Come rain, come sunshine, hope no earthquake. The celebrants are more energized to receive the Fountain of Honor. In company of the First Lady, Janet Museveni, the President arrives to a willing reception by the Vice President, Jessica Alupo, and the NRM Director for Mobilization, Rosemary Seninde. This reinforces celebrations which go on and on and on. What a Friday, and indeed a great day for Uganda. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Now, NRM party members were treated with thrilling performance by Uganda's famous musicians at the party's Thanksgiving and celebrations of the legacy of the national chairman Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, held at Kololo Independence Grounds.
In the background is a song entitled Tubonga Nawe, released in 2015, and a theme song of the NRM party's political ideologies as they prepared for the 2016 general elections. Notable among the musicians who featured in the song by their stage names were Jose Chameleon, Bebe Cool, Juliana Kanyomozi, Rema Namakula, Pastor Wilson Bugembe, King Saha, and the Good Life duo, the masterminds of the project. Since previous years to date, candidates vying for different political positions have made it a trend to make use of artists' music to draw support from the public. It was such a similar experience this Friday as renowned Ugandan musicians and ruling NRM party diehards joined the party's supporters to celebrate the legacy of their national chairman Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Jaja wamune mami bajja kugamba ebintu bingi nnyo ebikunyumira naye weebale kuuma ggwanga lyaffe Uganda.
Celebrations caught the attention of the president, who was accompanied by the First Lady Janet Kataha Museveni. After Uganda's legendary singing icon Joseph Mayanja performed his Basimo Ogenze song.
Balikolere ggwanga ebiresimisa byokka banange gwavaawo obutasiima ekyo kye kimmalamu amaanyi ne mu byekola byonna. Bani abasiima muzeeyi wanika omukono mu bbanga bw'oti bw'oba tosiima zo omukono gwo wansi abasiima teekayo ebiri.
By the president's strategy of handshakes, he invited Jose Chameleon as a sign of bond before taking a photo with him and the First Lady. Jose Chameleon, Bebe Cool, Eddie Kenzo, Kusasira, Gravito Mutuju, and Alien Skin are the most trending performers under the NRM party camp. However, some of these have oftentimes lived in provocation and claim to be attacked by the opposition supporters and vice versa.
Muzeeyi omuziku nange njagala kulitayalinga njagala kuinspiringa bageto yuti njagala kukola studio enene. Yes sir, mwena mufuuke nga betuleeta abalala bagaza n'abalala.
By press time, many supporters were in parting mood. I'm Ivan Joko for UBC.
Now, in the area of fighting corruption, President Museveni has created a State House Revenue Intelligence and Strategic Operation Unit to do an oversight on Uganda Revenue Authority operations and fight corruption within the tax administration system. Now, people in transport business have appreciated government for the efforts of introducing digital number plates. However, they are worried about the high charges incurred on them. Let's hear more in this report.
Introduction of number plates has raised a number of concerns among people dealing in transport business. Car dealers are concerned that the digital number plate charges will increase the car cost, and this will definitely affect their supply rate, and request government to reduce on the charges.
Nesente ze basaba mpitirivu kintu bakitwadde kale ku mitwalo nga 2 buli muntu nabanga talina nnyo busobozi yandisobodde okukisasulira n'emitwalo 7 ziba sente nnyingi nnyo. Kwegamba gavumenti ekitulemu gamba kiba kiyambanga ku bya security nga bwe byandibadde nesente ze bakisalira mpitirivu. Kyetusaba gavumenti ekitunulemu kisigalewo ba sente ezisale zibenga wakiri emitwalo nga 2 buli muntu asobola okubanga asobola okisasulira. Oba mpozi nga banditaddewo embeera nti oba emmotoka ezijja empya ze ziba zitandika n'eyo enkola naye ziba zasasula edda kiba kijja tunyigiriza. Kyetubadde tusaba gavumenti etusaasire ekitulowoozeeko ekyo ekikyuseemuuko yendowooza ffe gye tubadde tulina nga ffe abali mu by'emmotoka.
Mr. Kamovi Charles, chairman of car dealers in Uganda, says that he's disappointed that government has considered importing number plates from Russia, yet there are Ugandans who can equally do the same work.
Yeah, I'm telling the government to please restrain from making those number plates from out. Let them make the number plates here. Let them contract those people. Give them the specifications of the number plates they want, the designs. They do it here. If there's a chip to put in that number plate, let it be done here. Why should it be done abroad? You cannot waste 700-something thousand abroad, yet we don't have money. Those people are going to take the money out, import those number plates. Why? When we can make the same here? I don't know who really convinced the president about this, but the president should be aware that we need that money here. And secondly, it's a lot of money. It's 700,000. We've been paying 150,000 to the indigenous people, actually 137,000 to the indigenous people, and they were giving us the number plates. Now you bring in a foreigner who even imports the number plates. That's foreign exchange out. We don't need to take out that foreign exchange. It should stay here.
On the other hand, border riders doubt whether digital number plates will reduce on the crime rate.
Kwakulike namba zirire zasoke zalike za yero ne bareta zine za white karate mpuli awalwe zigenda okujeza eza digital okuva lwezajja gulabako njawulo kyebadde kawo eza yero zaliwo za white zizino weziri karate wajja ziri eza digital ze sirabawo njawulo.
Winnie Katire, Bakabulindi Mike for UBC.
Now, Uganda Cancer Institute has commissioned a project at Mulago Hill, unveiling plans for a positron emission tomography PET center alongside an eco garden and house tank. The initiative marks the second phase of the PET molecular imaging project aimed at enhancing diagnostic capabilities for various medical conditions, including cancer. Dr. Jackson Orem, the Executive Director of Uganda Cancer Institute, during the groundbreaking event, noted that $120 million project is funded by the government of Uganda and will transform healthcare delivery over the next 50 years.
In order for us to diagnose cancer accurately, we must be able to see with our eyes where the cancer cells are. This PET technology is going to help us to begin to see where the cancer cells are, and so that we can target our treatment where the cancer is. Right now, the technology that we have, you cannot do that. You only do guesswork. So we want now to reach that level, and that is what the PET project is about. We have taken long just simply because technology has been evolving. About 10 or so years ago, we did not have this technology, but now we have it. But at the same time also, we cannot wait until 20 more years to come in order to bring that technology to our country. So actually, instead of us thinking that maybe we have delayed, I think we have moved very fast. We are moving with the technology. So the delay is partly because with every new technology that comes, there is also the cost element. And at this point, actually, this technology is very costly, and I think partly that is why, in most cases, people have not thought about it as very important. But we have actually convinced our government that our people need it. The reason is simple. Most of our people who are going outside for treatment are actually going for this. And if you calculate, you'll find that actually we are spending more than between 80 to 100 million dollars on those patients who are coming back. And if you give me that money, the center will be completed.
The hospital is life. Everywhere is life. The moment you touch on water, if you switch off, you know you have switched off people's lives. Always have that in your mind, that you will not switch off water, because water is life to our clients, to our patients. So in whatever we do, make sure that there's no disruption of service at any point. It's only a matter of switching on and switch off.
That when there are supply shocks, at least the hospital complex remains well served. And from the details which I've heard from the project manager and the contract manager, there will be extensive water needs in the facility. Equipment, cleaning, human consumption, sanitary need, and all these details. And this means, therefore, that the facility must have an uninterrupted water supply.
And in the fishing industry, Uganda Police Defense Force has handed over the previously seized Congolese fishing gears that were allegedly termed as illegal, according to the Fisheries Protection Unit. Over 28 boats and 31 fishing engines that were previously impounded in May at Butiaba landing site in Butiaba Town Council, Bulisa District, have been handed over to the Congolese authorities.
Congolese fishermen finally have a reason to smile after reclaiming their previously impounded fishing gears by the UPDF Fisheries Protection Unit on Butiaba landing site in Bulisa District earlier this year, in an operation that commenced the 23rd May 2024.
Today, we handed over around 28 boats, fishing boats, and 31 fishing engines to Congolese authorities, so that were impounded in Ugandan water bodies.
According to Lieutenant George Ntunjire, the commander in charge of Bulisa section, Ugandans have highly fostered the acts of using illegal fishing gears by taking bribes from the Congolese fishermen. He disregards these actions and advises Congolese fishermen to follow the right protocol.
Information I wanted to pass to Congo fishermen. There are people here in Uganda who get money from you and say that we are with the commander That is not true. We should not be lying to give money to someone.
The RDC Bulisa district has emphasized the actions of the Fisheries Protection Unit, not against the Congolese fishermen, but to execute legal fishing measures.
FPU is not against Congolese. FPU is not against Ugandans. Its only intention is to make sure that the lake is free from illegal fishing.
Furthermore, the most efficient measures to ending the conflicts on water bodies between the DR Congo and Uganda is to reach a mutual agreement on the safest fishing gears.
My prayer and proposal is that these two countries, since they are sharing the same lake, they would have the uniform regulations and laws governing this lake.
As a member of parliament, I think this is the first step to a deeper engagement and collaboration with the Ugandan authority to ensure that we sustainably manage our lake resources, but also to bring peaceful resolution and to solve conflict on the lake peacefully.
Kain Faith and Rose Murungi for UBC.
Now, in the area of transforming Masindi, Masindi District Chief Administrative Officer Sunny Fiona has tipped off that for progress in Masindi District, local government must ensure that money sent to the district is utilized. She says such flows cause projects to stand at still. She tasked district councillors to ensure appropriation is done on time for contractors to fulfill their obligations and avoid corruption in the district.
Now from there, she covers a number of districts where she went to Chegegwa, Azikao, she went to Kawarole, Azikao, she came to Masindi, Azikao, now she's going to Shea.
So we have to thank you for the work we have done in Masindi. First and foremost, how is the God here in person? Cow loves her job. There's some cows who don't care whether they are on duty or not, but amidst all situations, cow loves her job.
We are wishing you the very best wherever you're going. I remember one time I was telling you, I have a feeling that one time you will either be a commissioner or even a PS of that ministry. Please, when you become a commissioner or a PS, never forget Masindi. Whenever we come to you from Masindi, always remember the love that we have shown you.
Much of what said from the technical and professional side, but for purposes of this function, I thank the bishop and the entire team of this cathedral for recognizing me, small as I am. Before the Lord, I feel I don't know whether I am nearer or that holy or worthy to be near the vicar. I want to thank you, I want to thank the bishop, I thank you all for this kind of history.
Masindi Paradise Church of Uganda Anglican, certificate of appreciation. The bishop, clergy, and laity of Masindi Paradise present this certificate of appreciation.
Now, 21 candidates who were shortlisted for the UPDF assessment exercise for Moroto and Napak districts have been disqualified after they were found with forged documents. Let's hear more in this report.
The 3rd Division spokesperson, Major Isaac Oware, says that the exercise in Karamoja is going on well and has registered a high turn-up.
Where we commenced the exercise, and in the 4 districts of North Karamoja, Karenga, Kabong, Kotido, Abim, were able to successfully recruit at least 91 candidates, and out of these, 24 are females.
However, during the exercise, some candidates were found in possession of false documents, while others lacked requisite qualifications for consideration.
Tell us the truth. Because when you tell me this,
That is why the 3 they don't have registered.
We're not going to arrest you. Go back to school, get genuine papers. Recruitment is not ending.
20 candidates were found with forged academic documents in Moroto, while 7 were found in Kotido in Abim districts.
Mismatch of names on academic documents vis-a-vis names on national identity card. Secondly, there were issues of forgeries, especially in Kotido, affecting the candidates of Abim and Kotido districts. About 7 of them forged academic documents. And those ones, we ably handed them over to police in Kotido for further investigation.
Nonetheless, some of the requirements presented by some candidates that were accepted included a Uganda Certificate of Education UCE and certificates from presidential skilling hubs.
It says of P7 and someone attaining a vocational skill in a vocational training or technical institute does not add up, because the earlier advert to which we stand for was O-level, and it should have done O-level 2020 to 2023. So underqualifications were automatically disqualified.
The recruitment exercise continues this Saturday in the districts of Nakapiripirit, Amudat and Nabilatuk.
Now, still about the recruitment, but this time in Koboko, Uganda People's Defense Forces, UPDF, has concluded the recruitment exercise in Koboko district with a low turn-up of females compared to their male counterparts. According to the UPDF spokesperson for West Nile region, Captain Adrian Mawanda, the low turn-up was due to age differences, negative attitude by parents, and physical incapability.
3 female, the rest are male. Some of the candidates were coming with fake papers and fake national ID. And some of them, we have been arresting them and we handed them over to police for further management.
Try my level best to apply. By the time when I just took my application to the district, so they told me that the time is over now. So I didn't know what I can do. So from there, I was still struggling. Even up to now, I'm still struggling.
My name was marked, so I don't know who marked the name. So I found that the name was marked. So later on, they went and they called that name, my name. So there was a guy who stood up. So from there, they were saying that, actually, it was that guy who was taken because there was a difference in our age, so automatically that's when.
Now, the Executive Director, Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Assets Authority, PPDA, Benson Toramye, announced that starting from 1st July 2024, 15% of the procurement budget in all government entities must be reserved for special interest groups, including women, youth, the people with disabilities. This policy applies to the central government bodies, parastatals, commissions, public universities, local governments, referral hospitals, cities, and municipalities.
Public procurement is not about procurement specialists only, but it's for everyone who is willing.
Mr. Tarami highlighted that the PPD Act passed in 2003 has been crucial in regulating public procurement processes. Central government entities are now mandated to allocate all procurements amounting to 30 million Uganda shillings and below to special interest groups.
We expect all government entities, both central, parastatal, commissions, public universities, referral hospitals, local government entities, cities and municipalities, to reserve 15% of their procurement budget to benefit the special interest group. And the special interest group in the legal instrument defined as women, youth, and persons with disabilities.
Approximately 60% of Uganda's budget is spent on procurement, and Remy emphasized the importance of youth building capacity to competitively bid for these opportunities.
All procurements under central government entities below Uganda shillings 30 million must be reserved to this group. The competition must be amongst this group. And in local governments, up to 15 million Uganda shillings.
We've heard of the 15% reservation for the young people, women, and people living with disabilities, which is out there, but people have not really gotten the opportunity to get to know about it or even take advantage of it. So we have really been inspired.
PPDA faces challenges due to limited staffing and finances, with only 137 staff members at the headquarters and regional centers. The authority has had to outsource technical staff due to financial constraints.
So outsourcing is the way to go. However, the budget currently doesn't allow. We had requested for this, and under this current budget 24-25, but it was not authorized. So we're still operating at 45% of the scope in terms of capacity building, in terms of procurement audits, in terms of monitoring compliance.
Crispus Arinitwe, UBC News.
Now, a swing a little into the education sector, where Arlington Academy of Hope Secondary and Vocational School, built through the partnership, is yet to be opened after 2 years of construction. The academy, a brain initiative of John and Joyce Wanda, a Ugandan family living in the United States of America, was started to help solve the education challenge in Bududa. The multi-million project has been undertaken in partnership with Reach Uganda and USAID, as we hear more in this report.
A multi-million education project is set to be commissioned in Bududa district in February 2025. Nelson Kamoti is the Chief Operating Officer, Arlington Academy.
We are now doing the floor finishes and the painting. We hope that this school will be ready by September. It will be ready for use. Officially, we are going to open this school on 15th February 2025.
The Vocational and Secondary Education Project was initiated to address education challenges facing Bududa district, including poor performance and long distances to the few available schools.
It's going to transform the whole region, including the country, but majorly the people of Bududa are going to benefit from it a lot. It's going to reduce the distances of parents moving from here, going to Kampala, the risks of parents in car on the road.
The project was initiated by John and Joyce Wanda, a Ugandan family residing in the United States of America, in partnership with Reach Uganda and USAID, with intention to uplift the quality of education and foster competence in the region.
Is going to be a strong agricultural background, because Bududa is the breadbasket of Uganda, and it has some of the best matoke and other quality products, particularly vegetables. And we want to make the increase the nutritional value of a lot of Uganda's foods.
In a stakeholders engagement at Arlington Academy of Hope in Bududa, residents expressed gratitude but further asked for relaxation in admission requirements.
To have a cut-off point like 15.
We are even proposing that when we are opening this school here, we shall be taking students who are only getting a Division 1, that is between 4 and 12.
Hope has been brought for better performance, reduced dropout rates, and teenage pregnancies for school-going children. Charity Nahawe and Yiga Muhammad, UBC News.
Now, still in the education sector, Uganda Liberal Teachers Union has embarked on a campaign to boost their well-being by establishing development projects to aid their salaries. Now, the union members have also challenged their fellow science teachers in secondary schools to follow suit so that they can improve on their livelihood.
teachers, especially in primary schools across the country, under their umbrella. Uganda Liberal Teachers Union have commended the program of Teachers Enterprises Development Initiative for boosting their livelihood. The Teachers Enterprises Development Initiative is aimed at boosting the teachers' well-being by encouraging them to establish side income streams to supplement their salaries. The teachers commended President Yoweri Museveni for funds advanced to them through the National Teachers Circle, an initiative that has seen them develop socially and economically. This was during a familiarization tour to Kayunga district by the Uganda Liberal Teachers Union President Evans Kagandazo to witness ongoing teachers projects.
So what we are going to do and what we are doing right now is that we must go on the ground and establish the members of these circles. And every teacher in this country is eligible to benefit from the circle funds. But of course, the basic requirements, you have to be a member of the circle, but also to be a member of our union. If you are not any of the two, you cannot benefit.
During the tour, Kagandazo visited a 50-acre pineapple and banana plantation belonging to Nabaza Lumala, a teacher at Bungoma Church of Uganda Primary School in Kayonza Sub-County, Kayunga District.
I'm going to continue with my projects because I have children. The half payment will not be enough for me to pay their school fees at university because they are still young. I think I'm going to continue with this, and I also think that the government will not leave us.
Later, Mr. Kagandazo visited another teacher in Kayunga Town Council, Hamza Muamanya, who is in poultry keeping.
Teachers to continue working as well as they start up the other projects, because when you look at the salary that we are earning is too little, because some of our fellow teachers, they are renting. So you cannot rent, or out of that money you buy food, you buy what? You cannot manage.
Joseph Oko and Salon Kasibante, UBC.
Amanya gange nze Namtebi Sharon nga nkolera wano wennyini Saka Kirombe oba Makindye. Empangula gye nawanguddemu ssente mbadde nga nkozesa mobile money nga nsindika school fees w'omwana ku ssomero. Okutegeera nti mpangudde, nze mutima neegambye nti kambalinde bamale okujja ndyoke nzikirize nti mpangudde. Kyennyinza okubagamba nti si byabafere, weewaawo abafere gye bali, naye ennamba eri emu yokka, era bw'eba ekukubidde omanya eyo si yabafere. Mpulira bulungi nnyo 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 era ndi musanyufu nnyo. Naye MTN mobile money mbebaza nnyo, mwebale nnyo, mwebalire.
Together we're unstoppable.
Gold. We all want it. That soft yellow glow of a subdued sun in your hands. That precious polish of elegance. To hold it is one thing, but to taste it is everything else. Relish the satisfying taste of a beer, unmatched in quality, unmatched in consistency, and with 23 Global Gold Awards. A beer unmatched in gold.
Hi, my name is Rachel Nduhutiri and I am a Ugandan actress and the winner of the Africa Monologue Challenge 2023. Now, thanks to your immense support, the Africa Monologue Challenge Season 2 is coming to Uganda between July 25th and August 20th. Africa Monologue Challenge is looking for passionate Ugandan storytellers to take part in a Pan-African short film that will showcase Uganda to the rest of the world. To be a part of this, all you have to do is weave a captivating narrative that captures Uganda's cultural heritage while fostering connections between 10 diverse individuals from 10 African countries. This short film will be shared to over 50 film festivals. Now, to find information on the AMC 2024 finalists, visit www.africamonologue.com. Please submit your short script, which should be 10 pages for a short film between 10 to 15 minutes, to africamonologue@gmail.com before 30th June 2024. Now, let's talk about rewards. The selected script will have the writer's full name in the end credits. You will get a chance to collaborate with amazing filmmakers from all over the world. You will get a small token for your creativity, and you remain with full ownership of your script. Let's work together to create a Pan-African film that will echo African stories throughout the world.
And into the world of business, dairy farmers in Ngoma, Nakaseke are urging government through the Ministry of Agriculture to support the establishment of a milk processing factory to enhance value addition. Professor Ahebwa Wilbur, an agricultural researcher and educator from Makerere University, highlighted that Ngoma sub-county in Nakaseke district produces between 250,000 to 300,000 liters of milk daily.
Ben Gumisiriza, a successful cattle keeper from Kinyogoga village, Ngoma sub-county, Nakaseke district, has significantly benefited from modern farming methods introduced by Professor Ahebwa Wilbur Manyisa. Gumisiriza has adopted improved feedlots, biogas for energy production, and on-farm haymaking for his herd of 200 to 500 cows. These advancements have enabled him to achieve a milk yield of 10 liters per cow daily.
It helps us in dry season where grasses are scarce, or in dry spell where animals don't have grass. We feed on this dry matter. And it is very good because whenever the animal takes it, it feels thirsty in a short period of time. So it takes a lot of water, and at the end of the day, you find that you're getting a lot of milk from the animal.
Mugume Job, another farmer from Ngoma Town Council, also acknowledges the impact of modern techniques on milk production, highlighting an increase in his own yields.
Microbes, we use microbes to fasten the fermentation process and to avoid rotting, because you see it is outside. Sun heats it. Rain also does the same, but we cover it with this black polythene 800 gauge because we don't want any moisture to enter.
Professor Ahebwa Wilbur Manyisa, drawing from his agriculture research experience gained in the Netherlands, has extended his expertise to residents of Ngoma and Nakaseke North, aiming to boost milk production in the region.
And setting up a feedlot so that you are able to use a small area to produce, because in the rainy season you can harvest like 3 times. So you can use a small area to produce what is enough to feed many cows. And the cow's productivity also improves. The fact where we need the government, because now we started with farmers who are able to do it, but we think with government intervention, if we can get tractors, in like 4 tractors in the entire Greater Ngoma, so that farmers who are not able to do it on their own are able to use these tractors, the cost of setting up these feedlots would be much lower.
Despite adopting modern dairy farming techniques, Ngoma sub-county faces challenges in marketing their milk. Nevertheless, it ranks as the second largest milk producer in Uganda, following Chiruhura district. Charity Nahawe, UBC News.
Well, thank you very much there, Nahawe Charity. Now, still in business, farmers in Nyabushoji County, Kiruhura district, are being encouraged to pursue coffee growing due to the area's potential for cultivating high-value crops. Now, this encouragement was given during a study visit to the Rungonge Coffee Farmers Association in Mwaka Cells, where Kenshuga Sub-County, organized by Wilson Kajwenje, Member of Parliament, Nyabushoji, addressed this initiative.
Chiruhura as a district and Nyabushoji as a county, a few farmers have been selected we have put demonstration farms for purposes of irrigation.
The Member of Parliament for Nyabushozi County and Chairperson of the Defence and International Affairs Parliamentary Committee, Wilson Kajwenje, has urged his constituents to invest in coffee farming to enhance local economic growth and improve socio-economic livelihoods. He highlighted the region's natural advantages, such as the availability of organic fertilizers from livestock, which significantly enhance coffee production.
Farmers, if they get the 1 million from PDM, go and plant coffee. If you get from Emioga, you can also do farming. This is how we are going to eradicate poverty from our farms. It increases income because coffee is a high-value crop. It has very good market. If you looked after, and you don't need square miles of land.
Kajwenje underscored the importance of field extension services tailored for farmer associations, emphasizing that collective action allows extension workers to provide more effective assistance compared to individual efforts.
If you have 1 acre, it can sustain you, it can bring you an income, educate your children, and you save and become rich.
He also informed Nyabushozi farmers about the government's micro-scale irrigation scheme aimed at increasing agricultural productivity and promoting knowledge sharing among progressive farmers. Kajwenje urged beneficiaries to prioritize coffee cultivation as a means to alleviate poverty and foster sustainable development in Nyabushozi.
Show the world that in Nyabushozi we have people who are involved in growing high-value crops like coffee. We are ready, we are able, we are willing to feed the world with very good coffee from Nyabushozi.
Investing in coffee growing in Nyabushozi reflects a broader vision of agriculture development and economic empowerment for the predominantly livestock communities.
The beauty is that when farmers come together in an association, then it helps.
Did you miss the recent Sifan Crusades? Don't worry, Christ for All Nations bring you 7 crusades closer to you. Powerful divine deliverance from bondages, yokes and curses, salvational souls, family restorations and miraculous healings. Don't miss Kampala Nubaka District, Tororo, Pabo, Kaliro, Masindi, Soroti and Bidibidi Refugee Camp Crusades from June 24th to July 15th, 2024. Come and receive your miracle.
And as we wind up our bulletin, let's delve into the world of sports, where Uganda Athletics Federation has released its final squad to represent at the Paris 2024 Olympics. We hear more from John Barnes Center.
Ugandans have today learned the athletics team that will represent the nation at the Olympics that start on 26th July.
The qualification period ran up to 30th of June for many of the events except marathon. For marathon, it ended 5th of May.
The team announcement was at Uganda Athletics Federation head office in Kampala and done by its president, Dominico Tuchet.
Government of Uganda, through National Council of Sport, they supported us a lot. I also acknowledge and thank the Uganda Olympic Committee, because through our NOC, Uganda Olympic Committee, a number of our athletes, 7 in number, benefited from the Olympic Solidarity Grant and the ANOCA Grant.
The men on the team are Tassis Orogot, Tom Dradriga, Jacob Kiplimo, Joshua Cheptegei, Oscar Chelimo, Martin Kiprotich, Leonard Chemonges, Victor Kiplangat, Stephen Kisa and Andrew Rotich.
This process was through ranking.
and I didn't expect. You know, by ranking any day, any minute, you can be plugged out. So that's why I was quiet until the last minute. It wasn't easy from the start because I started well. Reaching in April, I got some injury. That let me down for like 2 months. So I just recovered of recent. That's when I went and I didn't perform well in Douala, but I'm happy that I made it to finals and I came with something.
The women's squad has Halima Nakai, Winnie Nanyondo, Joy Cheptoyak, Esther Chebet, Sarah Chelangat, Annette Chelangat, Peruth Chemtai, Stella Chesang, Maslin Chelangat, and Rebecca Cheptegei. On standby are two ladies, Belinda Chemutai, who may seal a slot by ranking, and Lois Chekwemoi, who awaits news if regional champions are accepted at the games in Paris. The coaching team is led by the experience of Benjamin Injia and has Peter Chelangat, Grace Chesang, Faustino Kiwa, and Paul Okello. It should be noted that athletics has over the years dominated the podium for Uganda, with the last outing in Japan registering 4 medals from runners. Uganda will be represented by at least 24 athletes, with the others being cyclist Charles Kajimu, rower Kathleen Noble, and the 2 swimmers Jesse Sengonzi and Gloria Muzito.
And that's it from us. Thank you so much for choosing us right from 8 o'clock to now. From the entire team, I'm Patricia Lukomwa Mpango. Elizabeth Nakakuni has been with us on sign language. From the entire news team, we say good night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.